From the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club in Pullman, this is the Cougar Basketball Hour. Tonight's show is presented by Crimson and Gray. Visit them at 1096 Southeast Bishop Boulevard in Pullman, or find them at every Cougar Basketball Hour this season. Crimson and Gray, proud supporter of Cougar Athletics.
Nolan dish, Tomas to the basket, left-handed runner, he's got it. Cougs red hot out of the gate.
Now, alongside Washington State men's basketball coach David Riley, here's the voice of the Cougs, Chris King.
Golf Club, and we welcome everyone in. We got a great turnout here tonight, and we got a mega show on our hands. There we go. We even got the speakers going live. How is everyone doing tonight? What a fantastic turnout. And it is, like we said, this combo mega show. It is a full-on preview of the West Coast Conference Tournament. We will have both hoops programs here. We'll get things started with David Riley on the men's side, and then we'll turn it over to Steve Grubbs, who'll be joined by Kamie Ethridge, as we'll get a preview for the women for the West Coast Conference Tournament and a recap as well for them. So we thank everyone for being here. This is our final show of the season, and we've had a great time, whether it's been the Cougar Football Hour, the Cougar Basketball Hour, and just looking forward to putting the cherry on top of the season and getting everyone all set for, fingers crossed, what is going to be a long stay for both programs in Las Vegas. A couple of reminders before we dive into talking here with David Riley. Crimson and Gray, our sponsor of the Coaches Show, is here tonight, as they always are, and they've got to sign up at their table here at the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club. They're going to have a raffle, so 2 vintage sweatshirts, 1 vintage jacket going to be raffled off. So if you haven't had a chance yet, go to the table over there for Crimson and Gray. Sign up to take part in that raffle. And gosh, we're here with David Riley. Time flies. It feels like we just had our first Cougar Basketball Hour of the season, and now we are on the cusp of the conference tournament.
The season flies by. You know, it's crazy that we're talking about tournament time.
It's tournament time, and on the women's side, they will get going Thursday. The men will get going on Friday. That men's game, the opponent to be determined. We do know the time. It will be at 6 o'clock from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Our pregame coverage will start a half hour prior. It'll be against the winner of Portland and Pepperdine. We'll get into that coming up, but we have that final week of the regular season to recap. Cougs were down in California to play LMU and Pepperdine. We'll start with the LMU game. That matchup with the Lions. Strong first half for the Cougs, but LMU ended up rallying in the second half and won a tight 1-1. What comes to your mind first when you think back on that game?
Just a big missed opportunity. It was a tough game for us where we had a great start, up 15 at the half, and I thought our guys were dialed in on both sides of the ball. A few too many turnovers in the first half. But that second half, they made some runs, and they had a couple guys get hot, and that's been kind of the tough part with our team on the road this year. We haven't had the resiliency to kind of fight those runs, and teams have been able to come back on us. And so another game where there's a lot of lessons to be learned, and unfortunately it happened in a tough ending.
And that takes us to the final regular season game. It was Saturday in Malibu against Pepperdine. Pepperdine able to build up a lead and just hang on to it and keep the Cougs at an arm's length in that second half. How do you look back on that matchup with the Waves?
There's quite a few things that just didn't go our way, and it started off the game with some really good looks, and we missed some open threes, we missed some clean layups, and then we kind of got tight offensively, started passing up some shots, and really didn't have a rhythm offensively, and really that unfortunately affected our defense, and that's kind of been the theme with us on the road is we haven't had the mental toughness to just stick with what we're doing. When our offense wasn't going well, we kind of let our foot off the gas defensively, and in particular in the rebounding, and they had some big rebounding game against us, and we couldn't overcome it.
We're going to preview the conference tournament coming up a little bit later on. We've got Dom Robinson here to join us from the team, and excited for his debut here on the Cougar Basketball Hour. But with that last week being 2 results that the team wasn't looking for, hoping to get those victories, how has it been where this is a whole new season now, the conference tournament, you truly control your own destiny for how long of a run it can be in Las Vegas? How is it kind of turning the page on that last week and gearing up for what hopefully, again, will be a long stay at the Orleans Arena?
Well, after that tough road trip, I think that it's easy to get down. Like, we were all really frustrated. It wasn't a fun day of travel yesterday. There was some, we were frustrated. And when we look at this new opportunity ahead of us, we got to get our minds right. We got to get back in the gym tomorrow and really get after it. Because when you look at the season that we've had, it's been a lot of really close losses. There's 10 games that easily 1 or 2 possessions could have been flipped. And then you go look at our schedule, right? We got Pepperdine or Portland in the first game. There's two teams that we know we should beat, that we were able to beat at home. We beat Portland both times, and those are games that we got to come in confident to. And then the next round I think is USF, and then we go Oregon State, and you can go down the list of every single team in this league. And Gonzaga the first half at home, St. Mary's both first halves, and both times we were with them. We were up at the half on them at our place. Santa Clara, I felt like that we let that one get away, and so we should have a lot of confidence going into this tournament where if we've learned these lessons and become a tougher team, that this is a tournament that we can go on a run in, and I think that's our mindset. And you don't get tough from going through easy things. You get tough from going through tough times, and we've had a lot of tough times this preseason or this regular season. So it's time for that to kind of us to rally around that and go into this tournament with a lot of confidence and just start winning one game at a time.
WSU on the men's side will get started 6 o'clock again on Friday against the winner of that Pepperdine-Portland game. You touched on it. The team went a combined 3-1 against those two squads this year, so everyone will be keeping a close eye Thursday night on who wins that game, and that's when we'll find out who that first opponent is. Then San Francisco, Oregon State, Gonzaga, whoever comes out on the other side of the bracket, that would be the route to have a deep run there in Las Vegas. We got Dom Robinson joining us here tonight, so a Washington native joining the program. He is redshirting this year, but I think back, you name-checked him earlier on the Cougar Basketball Hour, saying how he was in a practice giving some guys some fits about what he was able to do. For fans who haven't been able to see Dom in action yet, and we're excited for big things in his future, what would you want them to know about him?
He's going to be a great player here, and I've had a lot of good players redshirt for me, and the way that we do things, it takes time, and you can go back to last year's team with LaJuan Watts. He was a guy who redshirted for me. Even the Cedric Coward story, his first year in the Big Sky, he was coming off the bench for us, and the conference MVP the year before that, Steel Venters, he redshirted for me, and I can go down the list from every single year of all conference guys that have played in the NBA that have redshirted and took it serious, and the one thing they had in common was that they would make me second guess that redshirt by the end of the season. And the way I told Dom is they would ruin practice. They would get me so pissed off at the starters because this red shirt is kicking their butt, and that was his goal at the start of the season. Go ruin a couple practices. Go get those starters yelled at. Get things spiced up a little bit, and he's done a great job with that down the stretch, and I think you guys are going to see a really good player next year.
Well, that is a great way to set up our interview with Dom Robinson. Coach, we'll let you loose for now. We'll bring you back on after Dom's segment, and we'll have more on the conference tournament.
Go Cougs.
Ken, that is David Riley joining us here on the Cougar Basketball Hour. A reminder, some really exciting news being announced today that multi-platinum country star Kip Moore will be coming here to WSU at Beasley Coliseum. It will be Saturday, April 18th, 7 o'clock. It's family weekend on the WSU campus, so if you haven't heard that news yet, make sure to keep your eye out for when the tickets go on sale, because that will be tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Grab those tickets, come out. Going to be a great concert here at Beasley Coliseum at WSU. Tickets on sale tomorrow for the Kip Moore concert starting at 10 a.m., and tickets start at just $24. So a great opportunity to see a concert right here on the WSU campus. A reminder, the Cougar Basketball Hour is presented by Crimson and Gray. Visit them at 1096 Southeast Bishop Boulevard in Pullman, or find them at every Coach's Show this season. Crimson and Gray, proud supporter of Cougar Athletics. When we come back, we'll have Dom Robinson join us. David Riley will stop back by a little bit later on, and then we'll turn things over to Steve Grubbs. He'll be joined by Kamie Ethridge, as we'll have a preview of what's coming up for the WSU women's basketball program. That's all after this. You're listening to the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Cougar Sports Network.
If we know anything about Cougs fans, it's that a win isn't all you're hungry for on game day. So Northern Quest has a full lineup of restaurants and lounges ready to face any appetite. Cheer on your Cougs with craft beer and cocktails in front of Epic's 10 by 30 foot screen. Grab a steak at Maslow's, a fine cigar at Legends of Fire, or tackle a burger at Fat Burger, before it tackles you. Full menus at northernquest.com. Go Cougs!
Your audio home for all things Cougar Athletics is the Washington State Cougar Podcast Channel. Just search for Washington State Cougars on your favorite podcast platform to follow and subscribe to the official podcast home of the Cougs. Hear our original WSU Athletics podcast, plus replays from the Cougar Sports Network, including football pregame and postgame show coverage, full football game broadcast, and coaches shows. Find it all by searching for Washington State Cougars on your favorite podcast platform to start listening today.
Okay, text from the wedding planner. She's talking about a cake pop mural.
Exciting.
Ooh, it's $8,000.
Oh.
I don't know, we're trying to save for a house.
Well, you only get married once. Or twice. 3 times tops.
There's a lot of bad money advice out there. For knowledge you can trust, come to Gisa Credit Union. Whether it's saving for the wedding or everything that comes after, we can help get you where you want to be. Find a healthier approach to money at Gisa.
When putting in a tree or fence post, we all hate it when our shovel hits a big rock.
30
But there
seconds.
are worse things to come across, like a natural gas or electric line. Nowadays, buried utilities are everywhere, some just below the surface. That's why it's the law to call 811 before you dig, to have your lines marked ahead of time. It's free for Avista residential customers. So call 811 2 business days before you dig. You
10
need time to
seconds.
pick out that perfect shrub anyway. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
The Junior Cougs Kids Club is presented by Toyota. It is the official kids club of the Washington State Cougars, and it is the best way for the youngest members of Cougar Nation to show off their Cougar pride. Find out more information about your Junior Cougs membership perks at wsucougars.com/JRCougs. We've got a great crowd here tonight at the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club. It is the final Cougar basketball hour of the season. It is a packed preview of the West Coast Conference Tournament. It gets started on Thursday down at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. We're not only talking one program, we're talking both programs. WSU men, WSU women, getting all up to speed on both. And excited to be joined now. We got a debut on the show. Dom Robinson, redshirt for the WSU men's basketball team. Dom, it's great to have you here. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Well, you're a Washington native. Let's start right there. So you're from the state of Washington. How is it to be playing college basketball here in your home state and being a Coug?
I love it. I'm not too far from family, from home. So, I can always go home, like, during spring breaks and Christmas breaks, like, no problem. So I love it.
That's perfect. And those family and friends, I know they've been supporting you, but in the future when you're on the court, I know they'll be there and being able to cheer you on at Beasley Coliseum. And so you're number one redshirting. We heard from David Riley saying how you've done what he's asked you to do, and that's rec some practices, and that's get some starters yelled at by being so effective in practice. How do you feel like this redshirt year has gone for you?
I think it's going great. Coming here, I was pretty, I wasn't the scrawny, but I was pretty, not super strong yet. So being here so far, I've definitely gone way stronger and more, poised to my game.
I'm looking at Andy Okafor here right now, who is here, I'll say, to support you, enjoying the great food. How much does someone like ND toughen you up? Because going up against him in practice every day, that's no easy task.
It's definitely getting me better. Yeah, it's getting me better.
Well, in what ways? You mentioned adding that strength, and you got him cracking up here. We'll see what practice is like tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a report after that. And what ways do you feel like you've grown the most? You talked about putting on that strength, but in this redshirt year, how have you developed?
Definitely my strength, so yeah. And then I think I've gotten just better at just, feeling the game and, my IQ of the game, being here, playing with high-level players.
Well, that is great to hear, and let's go through your path. So as we mentioned, you're from the state of Washington. You're from Graham. You started out at Graham Caphausen High School. Yeah. You finished at Rainier Beach. That's obviously a powerhouse, not only in the state but across the Northwest. And people who know hoops know Rainier Beach High School. So at Rainier Beach, you helped them finish as the runner-up at the 3A level, your year at Rainier Beach, and then you spent a year at prep school. Can you just walk us through the path that, for you, I'm sure the goal was pretty early on to play Division I basketball, but how you got better through your high school career, and then here you are now in college.
Yeah, so I went to Beach for 1 year, and then I was ineligible, and then so I had to transfer to a prep school. And so going to that prep school, I knew I was going to be playing I played against other high-level players, so that's why I went there, and then that's when I got looked at by Wazoo. So, yeah.
You first get that phone call from either David Riley or an assistant on the staff.
Jerry.
Okay, yeah. Jerry. So Jerry hits you up, and then walk us through. The wheels kind of get turning there on, hey, WSU is a possibility, and then it ultimately coming together that, hey, this is a great fit for both sides, and you're here in Pullman.
I mean, yeah, it was actually a long process getting here because I had to get all my eligibility stuff right, and it just took a while. But, yeah, after we got that through, then, yeah, it was like for sure.
What do you remember about growing up about WSU? I mean, was it something on your radar? Did you ever come to Pullman growing up as a kid?
Actually, no, I've never been to Pullman. I grew up a UW fan, actually.
Well, we won't hold that against you because you look really good with the Cougar head logo right there. You look outstanding in crimson and gray. So you've made great decisions as you've gotten older.
Sure.
So how is it now? You grew up a little maybe more proximity, closer to Seattle, but now that you're here as a Coug, how is it being a part of the Cougar family and knowing just how great the Coug fans are and what it's like to be a Coug?
Yeah, I love being a Coug. Just like walking around like it's a university city, so just walking around, everybody saying go Cougs, like it's just great to be around.
What's the best part of Pullman? You kind of touched on it there, but if you hadn't been to Pullman before, your teammates probably embrace you, and it makes it easy, that transition?
I mean, yeah, I like how it's just basketball. Like it's easy to just focus on basketball because that's really all I could do out here. So yeah.
For you in the classroom, freshman year, you got a long ways to go, but have you started to think about a major?
Yeah, my major is sports management. Yeah.
Oh, that's outstanding. Okay, so play hoops as long as you can, but if and when you put that degree to use someday, what would you like to do if you're away from the court?
I want to be a basketball trainer. Yeah, train like young students and like people that are trying to get better especially from my hometown.
Pass it on. So from Graham, is that kind of the special
Graham.
Connection there?
Yeah.
Okay, is there any young hoopers in Graham that might be making their way? We got a Graham to Pullman pipeline?
Nah.
Okay. Well, that's up to you. You're gonna help develop them there. And what are you looking forward to coming up this week? The team will be heading down in just a handful of days. That game is on Friday. This is going to be your first taste of a conference tournament, and so much that can be gained. It's hard. It's a lot over a short span. It's a sprint and a marathon at the same time. What are you excited about to get that first taste of it, which is hopefully the number of them that you've gotten, some deep runs in your future? Yeah,
I'm excited for the experience and just, excited to see, what we do. I feel like we could really go on a deep run, and I feel like we could really show, people, that were actually, really nice.
Well, this is a great way to introduce you to Cougar fans because they've seen you on the bench but haven't had a chance to see you in action yet. And everyone looking forward to next year when you'll be out there. And it's been great chatting with you today. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be here.
Don Robinson joining us here on the Cougar Basketball Hour. A reminder, the show is brought to you in part by Northern Quest. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. And we mentioned it before, but worth repeating for our great turnout here at the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club. We have at the Crimson and Gray table a raffle tonight. 2 vintage sweatshirts, 1 vintage jacket going to be given away. Make sure to sign up over there at the Crimson and Gray table. So coming up, we'll be rejoined by David Riley, and then after that, we will transition over, and it will be the WSU women's basketball program time here as we will talk about the latest and outstanding last week of the regular season for the WSU women's basketball team, and we'll preview what's to come for them in the conference tournament as Steve Grubbs will be joined by Kamie Ethridge. More after this timeout. You're listening to the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Cougar Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, Adams Tractor has helped the Northwest knock out to-do list one tough job at a time. As your local Kubota dealer in Spokane and Lewiston, we're proud to back Washington State athletics with the same grit we bring to every yard, field, and job site. From mowing to digging to plowing, Kubota delivers, and so do we. Visit AdamsTractor.com. Adams Tractor, nearly a century strong, powered by Kubota, fueled by Coug pride.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
We are back here at the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club. It is the Cougar Basketball Hour. It is our final edition of the Cougar Basketball Hour this season, and we're having our combo show tonight. We are talking to the head coaches for both WSU men's and women's basketball. We got David Riley here coming up next. Steve Grubbs will be joined by Kamie Ethridge, recapping the end of the regular season and talking about the West Coast Conference Tournament for the WSU women's basketball team. It will get started on Thursday beginning at noon, and then hopefully a long run there for the men. It will get started Friday. That game will begin at 6. A reminder, WSU fans want to support the team just by paying your phone bill. Switch to Cougs Mobile today at CougsMobile.com on the T-Mobile 5G network. And also a reminder, the Junior Cougs Kids Club, presented by Toyota, is the official kids club of the Washington State Cougars, and it is the best way for the youngest members of Cougar Nation to show off their Cougar pride. Find out more information about your Junior Cougs membership perks at WSUCougars.com/JRCougs. Back here with David Riley. Coach, okay, it's time to dive into this bracket here. Stick the bracket. It's time of that year where we're all filling out brackets. It's solidified for the WCC Tournament. The Cougs know that they will either play Pepperdine or Portland on Friday. That matchup will be Thursday. I know you and the staff will be keeping a close eye on that game between the Waves and the Pilots. Let's begin. If it is Pepperdine, how much of it is a welcomed opportunity? This is a split during the regular season against the Waves, but to make it back-to-back games against Pepperdine and to have a real opportunity to kind of get that bad taste out of the mouth from the loss to them and to try to end their season.
Yeah, I mean, we need some get back. Like we didn't feel like we threw our best punch versus Pepperdine. There's a lot of things that we could have controlled and done a lot better job of. And you know, they're a good team. They had their bigs played really well. You know, Phibbs had a hell of a game against us, and there's some clear things that we got to make adjustments on. And I think as a group, like when we're going into this tournament, I think there's so many lessons we learned that we've kind of taken a step offensively. We've been one of the top teams in the country offensively the last 8 or 9 games, and there's a few things defensively that I think that are really clear that we can take a step in, get a little more disruptive. You look at the last part of that Pepperdine game, we started playing with a few more presses, get a few more traps in there, and force some turnovers. We're at our best when we're playing in transition, and so I think there's some clear things both these teams that we can go out and do, and we make those adjustments. I think it clears the path for the whole tournament.
Let's talk about Portland. If it is the Pilots, the Cougs went 2-0 against Portland this year. I know that's a program and a opposing coach that you know oh so well, and Shante Legans, who you coached under and coached with for a number of years. Cougs got the sweep over the Pilots, but I mean, this is a Portland team that's shown they can beat the best in the conference. They had that huge victory over Gonzaga. How would it be if WSU sees Portland in that game on Friday?
Be a tough game. Shantae's got those guys playing really well. They've got obviously really good guard play, and that's really key in tournament play. Is you got a guard that can get down to the paint and make plays late, and when you're playing a team for the third time, that scout gets really detailed, and you got to be able to make plays out of ball screens and make plays in the paint. And so Foxwell does a good job of that, and it's going to be a really tough game. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, and like you said before, they've shown they can beat anyone. And so we got to do a good job of asserting our game plan on those guys. And you know, both these teams are teams that we if we go do what we're supposed to do, we should go beat them. But they've also shown that they can beat and play with anyone.
Portland's Joel Foxwell, a freshman guard, is crafty, is 81 in the conference. Just okay, big picture on the bracket. Cougs hoping to make a run, so if Washington State wins that game on Friday, 6 o'clock is basically the time to keep an eye out for on the men's side in the WCC tournament. If the Cougs keep winning, it's 6. There's one game that would start at 5:30, but hopefully there's a lot of evenings where the Cougs, right around dinner time, will be in action there at the Orleans Arena. If Washington State wins on Friday, that means you go on to advance to play San Francisco in the game on Saturday in the third round. Cougs lost to just a nail-biter in the only matchup with the Dons, but Reeve Avers didn't play in that game, and that was on the road against USF. If Washington State wins that game, it would be then Oregon State in the quarterfinals as the 4 seed, and then Gonzaga in the semifinals, and whoever comes out on the other side of the bracket. What goes through your mind when you first kind of looked at that bracket? It was all set, and you think about, what the team could do, what's in front of the team, what's going to happen in Vegas?
Well, I think there's a balance. Like as a head coach and a part of any team, you don't want to look too far ahead. You got to take it one game at a time. And so the number one thing we got to focus on is Portland and Pepperdine. But at the same time, with where we're at, where this team's at, like we've got to make sure the vision is bright and really, really clear. And I think we've got a really clear goal. And for us to have that last game, it can kind of dim the light a little bit. So we need to get that thing burning right now. And I think it's important to be able to look ahead and say, okay, we got this first game that we just talked about. We got USF that we had that game won down the stretch. We were up 8 or 9, I don't know, a few minutes left in that game, and they hit some big shots and they beat us. Oregon State, we had that game won on the road. We should have beat those guys. We beat them at home or in Spokane, and they made a good comeback in the second half. Okay, Gonzaga, that first half at our place, we know what it looks like. We handle their pressure. We know we have the ability to go do that. Obviously, they're a really talented team, but if we handle their pressure and allow them to spread out like that, we can cut them up, and we've got a game plan for some bigs that we can slow them down, and then whoever ends up on the other side, I can say the same thing for every single person on every single team on the other side of that bracket. So, it's. I don't like talking ahead like that, but I think for our team it's important for them to see that there's a clear path, and we just got to go take this thing one game at a time, and we can go do this.
The beautiful thing is, and we see it every year in March, is there is that ability to get hot and to catch fire and to build momentum, and it is right there, and that is an opportunity that the Cougs will have an opportunity at in Vegas. Again, first up, and we're at the point of the year. You win in advance, you lose, that's it. But it will be Friday against the winner of Pepperdine and Portland. This is our final Cougar basketball hour of the season, Coach. I guess I'll just give the floor to you before we hand things over to Steve Grubbs and Kamie Ethridge. Any final thoughts as we wrap up what is our final coaches show of the season?
I mean, I just appreciate everyone that's helped make this thing happen, and I think you've done a great job with this, and we got a great crowd for the final show. And Coug Nation's been great to us. I know there's been ups and downs this season, and it hasn't gone exactly according to plan in different spots, but we got a good team, and we're excited for tournament time, which is the best part of basketball season.
Well, I look forward every week getting to visit with you and getting to talk to everyone from the program and getting to learn more of these stories from the guys that make up the team. It's a lot of fun. Coach, we appreciate it, and we will see you down in Vegas.
Go Cougs.
Well, we want to give some big thank yous, too, before we hand things off to Steve Grubbs and Kamie Ethridge for the folks who make the Cougar Basketball Hour possible. Big thank you to our hosts here for the latter part of our coaches' shows, the Table, Kitchen, and Bar. They do a great job here at Palouse Ridge Golf Club. Thanks to David Riley, all the guests who come by and join us every single week. Sports Information Director Jim Crawford for all of his help. Our Cougar Sports Properties team, Drew Westford, Casey Van Sickle, Abby Lewis, and Lisa Johnson. Zane Saggio back in the Cougar Sports Network studios. For the folks who make it possible on the video and audio side. On the audio side, Jerry Kylo. The video side, Jared Pringgruber. And to everyone who's been here tonight and throughout the season, thank you so much. The men will play Friday, 6 o'clock against the winner of that Pepperdine and Portland game. Our coverage will begin at 5:30. With that, can't wait to hear from Kamie Ethridge. We'll get the full preview from the women's basketball side of things for the conference tournament. We will hand it off after this break to Steve Grubbs and Kamie Ethridge. You're listening to the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Cougar Sports Network.
This Washington State University Sports Broadcast is brought to you in part by Pullman Regional Hospital, the official hospital of Washington State Athletics. Rural communities face unique healthcare challenges. By providing hands-on opportunities for WSU students in health sciences, nursing, pharmacy, and the Elson Floyd College of Medicine, Pullman Regional Hospital is helping to shape the future of local healthcare. Learn more at pullmanregional.org. Pullman Regional Hospital and Washington State, partners in excellence.
For nearly 100 years, Adams Tractor has helped the Northwest knock out to-do list one tough job at a time. As your local Kubota dealer in Spokane and Lewiston, we're proud to back Washington State athletics with the same grit we bring to every yard, field, and job site. From mowing to digging to plowing, Kubota delivers, and so do we. Visit adamstractor.com. Adams Tractor, nearly a century strong, powered by Kubota, fueled by Cougar pride.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Cougs, to lead in the new Pac-12, we have to attack
30
this
seconds.
together. Name, image, and likeness, NIL, is essential. It's how our programs recruit, retain, and elevate our student athletes who don the crimson and gray. And now, you can directly support WSU NIL through our Cougar Athletic Fund. A tax-deductible gift to our Sport Excellence Funds powers WSU's NIL efforts, all in one place. Visit WSUCougars.com and select NIL in the drop-down menu to learn more. Go Cougs!
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour.
Makes the pass, left wing three, takes it, and makes it. Oh, and another big three is needed. It's Reeve Favors who delivers again.
Tonight's show is presented by Crimson and Gray. Visit them at 1096 Southeast Bishop Boulevard in Pullman, or find them at every Cougar Basketball Hour this season. Crimson and Gray, proud supporter of Cougar Athletics.
Tomas Gustafson, one-hand alley-oop lay-in.
Once again, back to the table, kitchen, and bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club in Pullman. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Chris King.
Well, actually, sitting in for Chris King, Steve Grubbs now with Cougar women's basketball head coach Kamie Ethridge again.
And the alley-oop to the dunk is not quite us, but excited that the guys are here showing us the way and excited to be a part of their program.
Yeah, first of all, thanks to both David and Chris for sharing the hour with us. You guys are taking off for Vegas tomorrow, and so we couldn't do the show during our normal time from 6 until 7. So the fact that they opened up the doors and let us come in to spend the final half hour of the season here, we want to thank them a whole lot. Also, big thanks to Crimson and Gray. Again, that is presented by Crimson and Gray, Cougar Basketball Hour. You can visit them at 1096 South Bishop Boulevard in Pullman. They're doing a cool thing. They're doing a raffle, and we're going to have 3 winners, and we're going to be announcing those winners here at the end of the show, so make sure you stick around for that. But, Coach, great to be here for 1.5 hour here, and what a week to talk about, because you got a couple of big wins. You knock off not only Seattle University 69-55 on Thursday.
Finally, we got a couple of wins.
Yeah, you did.
Let's
Then you
go.
come back and you knock off St. Mary's 57-50. And Coach, we talked about it before the game on Thursday, how important this week was, the pink game and the play for K game, and then to play for your seniors on Saturday. And the focus and the determination and the demeanor of your team, it just seemed like it went up a notch or two this final week of the season.
Well, I think we simplified some things and tried to get our kids to be in good spacing on the floor, and obviously we're playing against some teams that are a little bit lower in the league, so we don't know how that works out. But we played at a high level, excited about that, and can we duplicate it? Can we be better in the tournament? Can we duplicate it a game and a game and a game? excited about the fact that our team really responded to what we needed to do to be successful in the weekend.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all season long, how your team has never lost the fight. They've never lost the effort, and the stick-to-itiveness. Did I just make up a word there? Maybe. The stick-to-itiveness that your team had this past week. Again, I think that's a credit to you and certainly to the players. Also, is it a little bit of again, with the teams coming together and then the injuries that we've had, just people finding their roles and fitting into the roles as the season has gone along, and then kind of capturing that here at the end of the season?
We hope. I mean, we were really banged up for a lot of the January and February, and so now it's, we're a dangerous team. Can we put it together in a 40-minute game? That's the big challenge for our team, and we have weapons. We really can put on a offensive show. We've gotten so much better defensively. This is it's up for grabs right now, and we're excited to be in this position we are. Yes, we have to play every round, but I just think it's so exciting for our team to take on this challenge and walk step for step and see what we can do the rest of the week.
Cougars will open things up Thursday at noon. We will get to open up the tournament. We will be taking on Seattle University. If we win, we'll keep on playing at noon, play Pacific the following day, and then Portland the next day after that, and then the tournament will progress from there. The other thing I liked about your team this past week, Coach, was the way you guys attacked the glass. You out-rebound not only Seattle University 46-29, but then you come back and you out-rebound also the St. Mary's Gales, and you get that done as well. What was your thought on the way you guys went after the rebounds? Was it a secret sauce that you guys had, or was it just more of you guys receiving the message that you've been giving to them all season long?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the big message is we've gotten dominated on the boards. When we dominate the boards, we win. And so we really had an offensive mindset. I thought Shasha did an amazing job kind of starting that off in the Seattle game. And this is, so much about this time of season is shot selection. Mm-hmm. Do you get quality shot selection? And if you don't, you got to get offensive rebounding. And we've really got to gear into that and give ourselves a chance to not only win on the first shot, but the second shot.
And your post players, Alex Scoville, I thought had a really nice weekend for you. And I thought Malia Rude had some huge buckets down the stretch on senior day and in the second half for you. Talk about what you saw from both of those two players.
Both are really good. I mean, Alex is such a unicorn. Like, she is someone that we can throw over the top, especially against a Seattle team. Like, there's so many opportunities for her to get an advantage, and we haven't always gotten to that. But we're really working to that and getting our offensive team to understand how to get her positioned to get easy baskets. And she's working unbelievably hard and excited about that. I think we can get her better position and better opportunities to score at the rim. Malia just jumped up and said, I'm not going to let you.
And especially after the game she had on Thursday because she was so limited with foul trouble to have that type of comeback in the second half on Saturday.
She constantly just responds the right way, doesn't she?
She
just constantly just comes back and goes, I wasn't good then, but this is what I am now. And she gets to her spot on the floor, and I don't know that in the fourth quarter she just literally took over the game and helped us, extend that lead and give us a chance to win the game. And so just really proud of her confidence, her effort, her leadership, and her wanting the ball in big moments.
And with this being such a tight-knit group, how important was it to send your two seniors out with the win their final game at Beasley Coliseum on Saturday?
I mean, those two, I wouldn't say those two are massive minutes, massive leaders, but they produce. And I thought Beanie's parents were here, and I was so excited that she got some amazing minutes and produced really good minutes. Lauren is a unicorn too. Yeah. She can, her agility and what she can produce on the offensive end is really big for us. excited for them to walk away the senior night with a win.
And how about L.A.? Is her dad coming every game now the rest of the way? Because he might be her good luck charm, right?
Unfortunately, he's taken off, and unfortunately, we don't have him the rest of the way. But, just her consistency of getting just shots, and I don't even think she's been her best.
No.
So just imagine what we can be if we can get her to the level that she's been playing at for the most part of the year, and again, our team just extending ourselves and getting into a better position.
No doubt. We'll talk a little bit more about the opponent. We'll talk a little bit more about the tournament. We are going to take our first break. Malvina Haziri going to be joining us, the youngster, is that right?
The youngest player in the
NCAA Division I,
Let's
right?
go.
We will talk to the 17-year-old.
Ask her some really hard questions.
I've got a few hard questions for her. We'll get to her next. Again, so happy to have you with us here from the Table Kitchen and Bar. It is brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill, proud partner of Cougar Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. We're back with more. It's your Cougar Basketball Hour right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
This Washington State University sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Pullman Regional Hospital, the official hospital of Washington State Athletics. Rural communities face unique healthcare challenges. By providing hands-on opportunities for WSU students in health sciences, nursing, pharmacy, and the Elson Floyd College of Medicine, Pullman Regional Hospital is helping to shape the future of local healthcare. Learn more at pullmanregional.org. Pullman Regional Hospital and Washington State, partners in excellence.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a WSU fan and you haven't switched your phone service to Cougs Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Cougs Mobile contributes to WSU athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Coug fans and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit CougsMobile.com.
Hi, I'm Andre Gabriel.
I'm Dara Peters.
And I'm Tasia Sniffen. We're cheerleaders on the WC Spirit Squad.
Meet Krista Gross, the realtor who supports students like us with NIL sponsorships and resources to help us succeed.
She's dedicated, relentless, and always puts her clients first, just like a true Coug.
With award-winning service and a passion for helping people, Krista is the ultimate coach for home buyers and sellers.
Support her because she supports us. You can find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K, KristaGross.com. Go Coug!
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
10 seconds.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
It is your Cougar Basketball Hour. So happy to have you with us at the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club as we are being joined by the youngest player in Division I college basketball, Malvina Haziri, turned 17 in December. Is that right, Mal?
Yes.
How are you tonight? How excited is this to be here in front of a full house and here part of the Cougar Basketball Hour?
I mean, I'm just grateful I'm here, and I'm super amazed that these people show up every single time.
I mean, they're here for us every Tuesday, and I mean, they're here. And can you feel their love and support when you're out there playing?
Oh, yeah, every day.
Every day. Again, we talked a little bit about your age. You actually played on your senior national team at the age of 15.
Yes.
What was that like?
I mean, it's honestly just a great opportunity at any age to play, to get the chance to play for your national team.
Uh-huh.
But for me, I feel like Kosovo is like a small country, so there's not a lot of players, and to get that chance as a 15-year-old and to see the system and to see what kind of privilege it is to wear your national team jersey and to represent your country, that's like something I'm always grateful for. And people say it's crazy, and if you really look at it, it's crazy, but I'm always trying to like stay present and just see what I can get from it and learn from it instead of like being
Uh-huh. Yeah. And, as we mentioned, I mean, You grew up in Kosovo. What brought you to Washington State? What made you think, okay, I'm going to go play basketball in the United States and come to Pullman and play for Washington State University?
Right. My dream was always to play in the college, and I feel like I got some offers and some opportunities, but once I visited WSU, I knew that this was the place that I wanted to be.
And I heard that when they recruited you, you had questions for them too, right?
Oh yeah, I was trying just to figure out everything because I had no idea how college basketball works.
Yeah, well, you've done such a great job here. I did have a couple of questions from our folks here in the audience here tonight. What movie did you watch recently, and what did you take away from it?
So I think it was 2 nights ago. I watched Shawshank Redemption.
Okay. Yeah.
With Shasha. And I feel like it was a great movie, and I didn't know I could think so much about a movie after it ends. And basically, we finished it before practice, so while we were driving to practice, we were talking about the movie, and it shows how basically anything that happens to you, it's your responsibility. The man, Andy, was basically innocent,
right?
But he didn't blame anybody for it, and he was just like, this is my responsibility, and he just had so much hope for life, and he didn't complain, and at the end he got out, and he was super happy with his boat and just being free. So
absolutely. Any good books that you've read recently? Have you read any good books recently?
Yes, I have. I've been trying to read a lot once, because in my dorm I feel like that's a lot of free time.
Sure.
So basically, I heard about the book. I was walking into campus, and Luke Falk gave me the book himself, and I didn't know it was him.
Okay.
And then basically the book, the Mind Strength Playbook, that teaches like it's for like all athletes, and you can take a lot from it. And then I started reading it, and I don't know who I was talking to, and I realized that Luke Falk gave me the book himself. And I remember somebody taking a picture while he gave it to me, and I was trying to find the picture, but yeah, the book is great. I feel like it was crazy to see that somebody at his level has been here, and he was like describing the campus and describing the place, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm here now. And yeah, but he says so many great points, and I feel like I've learned a lot from that book.
That is great.
Yeah.
Again, such a young age. You've got older teammates on this roster. Have you been able to learn a lot from your older teammates?
Yes, a lot. I feel like, honestly, what I've learned the most is how people show up for you in different ways. And I'm super grateful for that. I feel like each and every one of them shows up for me and for each other in different ways. But one thing, I was never a coffee drinker. And Shasha put me on.
Okay.
And now my order, I love my order. It's iced latte.
Iced latte, okay.
With oat milk.
Okay.
Because the oat milk makes it way better.
Sure.
And sugar-free vanilla syrup.
And
so I'm in love with that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing great here tonight, if you can't tell from all the applause. Would you call yourself an extrovert or an introvert?
I think I can be both.
Okay.
I'm definitely not the one who sings and dances.
Okay.
As you might have seen in the bus and in the trips.
Right.
But I feel like once I'm open to people and I have my friends, I feel like I can talk a lot. But I still consider myself as an introvert because I like my own time and own space.
How excited are you and this team to get down to Vegas, especially after the recent success we had this past week?
I mean, it's great that we saw that what we can do, and it's super important that spark that we got to like keep it going on Vegas too. And I feel like it's like if you lose, you lose. If you win, you go on. And I feel like we're super ready for that. I'm super excited for that. It's just a little bit more motivation and spark. And since we saw that how good we can be, I feel like we're super ready for it.
Yeah. Can you believe she's only 17? Malvina Hazuri, everybody. We got a break. Thank you so much. I could spend the entire hour with you, but we got to get Kamie back up here. We'll have more. It's your Cougar Basketball Hour live from the Table Kitchen and Bar at Palouse Ridge Golf Club, and it's your Cougar Basketball Hour on the Cougar Sports Network.
Download the WSU Cougars mobile app today, which features the latest news. Plus, it's your way to stream all of our Cougar Sports Network radio broadcasts. Listen to Cougar football, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, baseball game broadcast, plus coaches shows, all for free with WSU Cougars Game Day app. Take our broadcast with you wherever you go. Available now by searching WSU Cougars Game Day in the Apple App Store or Google Play.
As proud Cougs, we always find our way back home. At McVeigh Brothers, we want to help all Cougs improve the value of your home. Hello, I'm Mike McVeigh from McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows, a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics. The team of professionals at McVeigh Brothers take great pride in helping our customers remodel their homes with new entry doors, rain gutters, siding, roofing, and windows. At McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
For nearly 100 years, Adams Tractor has helped the Northwest knock out to-do list one tough job at a time. As your local Kubota dealer in Spokane and Lewiston, we're proud to back Washington State athletics with the same grit we bring to every yard, field, and job site. From mowing to digging to plowing, Kubota delivers, and so do we. Visit AdamsTractor.com. Adams Tractor, nearly a century strong, powered by Kubota, fueled by Coug pride.
If you use natural gas, you recognize its blue flame. But natural gas is
30
actually
seconds.
invisible and odorless. That's why Avista adds a rotten egg scent, in case there's ever a leak. If you smell natural gas at home, get outside fast. Don't flip switches or do anything to cause a spark. Go somewhere safe. Call 911. Then Avista. We'll take care of the problem and tell you when it's okay to return. Till then, it's a good excuse to visit the neighbors. Avista. We just want you to be safe.
Well, we are back here at the Table Kitchen and Bar, Palouse Ridge Golf Club. So happy to have you with us, Cougar Nation. Each time you bring your Toyota vehicle to be serviced at a local and participating Toyota dealership, you can receive a premium Washington State giveaway item as a member of the Toyota Rewards Program. Stay tuned for more information on how to become a Rewards Program member. Again, being joined by the head coach of Washington State University Women's Basketball, Kamie Ethridge. Again, we just heard from your 17-year-old Malvina Haziri. Your thoughts again on what Mal has brought to the table at such a young age and as a freshman.
I mean, you guys got a glimpse of just the magnitude of her sincerity, her authenticity. Like, you can't ask her a question. If you just say, "How's your day?" she's going to go, and she's going to ponder it, and then she's going to answer it. You cannot give her something that she doesn't just think about and really think about. And I just love that about her, and you saw that in her. She's an amazing young lady. She has traveled the world as a 13, 14-year-old to go to Turkey on her own, and is here as a 15 and 16-year-old and 17-year-old, and we're just thrilled to have her here, and she's going to be an amazing player for us. So excited for her, and you know, just excited for you guys to know her a little bit more, because she's an amazing young lady.
We open things up again Thursday in Las Vegas. Seattle University just played them on this last Thursday at home to open up the homestand. Just your thoughts on the matchup as we get down to Vegas and get ready to take on Seattle University.
You know, by this time of the year, you just don't even worry about the opponent. You don't have time to scout. We're fortunate enough to know that we know Seattle because we just played them. You know, we have an advantage in that. We're getting better on the defensive end of the floor. I think that's exciting. We played them really well. We know how to guard them. You know, it's time to use our whole team and play a lot of subs so that we can withstand the whole run of the tournament. And I think that's the biggest point for our team, to not just our starters, but the bench has to be really high level in the entire tournament.
Again, 12 o'clock noon, Washington State versus Seattle University. If they win, they will take on Pacific. That will be the following day, also at 12 o'clock noon. We'll be down there rooting on the Cougars. We hope you are making your way to Vegas to root them on as well. Of course, the Cougar men in action on Friday as well. We need to sneak in one more break, and then we'll come back and wrap things up for the basketball season as far as the Cougar Basketball Hour is concerned. That's next. It's the Cougar Basketball Hour live on the Cougar Sports Network.
This month, even if your bracket's busted, you still have a shot to win big at Northern Quest. It's the $110,000 Buzzer Beamer giveaway with your choice of a brand new BMW or $65,000 in cash up for grabs. Play daily with your Canvas Rewards card to enter and earn 4 times entries every Tuesday. Then on March 31st, you could be driving the lane in luxury. The Buzzer Beamer giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
30
Hi,
seconds.
I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
We do welcome you back. It is the Table, Kitchen, and Bar. Again, it is Kamie Ethridge as we are happy to be with you for the final few minutes of the show. We hope for a bunch of wins in Vegas. Already some winners. Shannon M. I don't want to butcher the last name, but Shannon M. I've been told you're the only Shannon. You're a winner. You can go to the Crimson and Gray table. You're going to be a winner of the raffle. So too is John Mattoon and Sandra Holderby, all winners of the raffle over by Crimson and Gray. Our thanks to Crimson and Gray, have been with us all hour. Coach, just a minute or two left. I always try and leave you the final word. Just your thoughts as we go down to a tournament where it's survive and advance, and your final thoughts not only on what we've been here throughout this year, and again, our thanks to the table and everybody that's involved with that, our super fans who come out each and every Tuesday, and then your thoughts and as we get things going on Thursday night.
Well, I think it's an exciting night to have men's basketball here, and David and his team, and gosh, neither of us would choose this path that we've taken, and we've both probably learned a million lessons on how we have to build a team and how we have to compete in the future, the new Pac-12, and there's some real challenges out there for us, and one thing we can always count on is the people in this room. I continue to just be amazed by the support that, these guys that are showing up every night, that every time we come up here, and just excited about the support that we have. And we have to do better. We're going to do better in the future. We're not going to settle for where we are right now, and we're going to be a better team next year. And so excited about that, and need you guys to continue to support both our programs, and let's not end it this way. Let's go to the tournament and do something pretty dang special.
Absolutely. Survive and advance. Thanks again to Chris
Let's
and
go.
David.
Go Cougs.
Thanks to the table. Thanks to the guys behind the screen. And thanks most of all to your fans. Again, it's been the Cougar Basketball Hour. Go Cougs. They'll be in Vegas. We'll talk to you Thursday at noon. Chris will be with you Friday for the men. Until then, you've been listening to the Cougar Basketball Hour live on the Cougar Sports Network.